Hello, and what is going on, you guys? Hyperion-Blue-GT is here. We have finally made it onto round 4 for the Road to GT7 Series on Gran Turismo Sport has finally arrived, and it's about to go on to proceed forward onto Gran Turismo 7 in about 5 days, so I have to make sure to get everything set up by having a double feature on round 3 and round 4 for today's recording video after doing the same thing from round 1 and 2. For today's round 4, we're going in to be at Alsace Village in 12 laps by using the Group 4 category. We'll be ready to go by using the Racing Medium compound tires to be on the regulation. It's been a long way for having a good successful competition journey in the month of February to start out in round 1 at Tokyo Expressway South Interlude for the N300 category as a road car. Round 2 at Suzuka Circuit for the Group 3 category turns out to become much incredible to climb up onto the top 3 position to be labeled in onto the top 5 position. Round 3 takes on to be in the short track at Red Bull Ring for the Gran Turismo Racing Kart 125 shifter, goes on to be having a well-adjusted transmission gear to go faster and challenge yourselves onto the limit. And then here we are right now. The 4th round for the Group 4 category takes on in the village track of Alsace. This will be a very good successful opportunity to give it everything what we got. Tuning work is also enabled as well. So I have to make sure to choose the best Group 4 race car will be suitable to participate to join in session onto the lobby. For today's vehicle, I'll be choosing the best recommended vehicle is the Mazda Atenza Group 4 with the UDRS InSportec livery. If anything possible, just gonna have to go with the Renault Sport Magone Trophy. We'll be doing the second method, but it might be quite possible to choose any kinds of Group 4 race car is gonna be very hard to pick, but the decision is up to you. Just gonna make sure to do some tuning work before you can participate onto the balance of performance regulations. So the day of the perfect time to go over onto the final round in the Road to GT7 Series is upon us, you guys. Let's make sure. Gonna keep on racing, stay clean, and make your mark onto the podium to achieve your goal. If you're new to my YouTube channel, go and click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you really want to see more. Feel free to enjoy it anytime you want for the entertainment. Now it's time to get ready to start the final round in the Road to GT7 Series. Let's begin. Welcome to the final round in the Road to GT7 Series on Gran Turismo Sport. Round 4 is about to be ready to kick off at Alsace Village to be in the Group 4 category. Now let's go over to have some nice drivers. We have is Racehouse71 in first place with a Nissan GTR Group 4. Second place is Road_Hog2 in the Mazda Atenza Group 4. Third place is myself in the UDRS InSportec livery is good to go. Fourth place we have Rigid.io is now starting out to begin, and here we have IRL Rasta Soja is now entered in 5th place. Wine Guy TD is here in position number 6. Next up we have You Are Driving Too Slow in 7th place in the Nissan GTR Group 4, and we have IRL OB Slim 80 in 8th place for the Renault Sport Magone Trophy, and we got Johnny G010 in 9th place for the Corvette C7 Group 4. Next up in 10th place, Danny AB_75 is here, along with GT7 JS29 Nike in 11th place in the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution. Every D is now entered in 12th place, and we have Shadow Kitty 0 in 13th place is here on board, followed by in the 14th place driver, Jacque 24/7 in the Renault Sport Magone Trophy 2011. Pre-Trice is now arrived in position number 15 in the Nissan GTR, and we have the 16th place driver. Dunsteady Perp is now entered in the Audi TT Cup. Big E 2004 759 is here in 17th place. Milan's Micro 71 is here in 18th place. 19th place is M_Misowski is now raring to go. And for the last place driver, Cartoni 318 is now coming from last. So great out there to be entered onto the top 3 position along with Racehouse71 and Road_Hog2. But also for myself, the perfect time we'll be ready to take on with 2 opponents will be have a competition time. Rolling start is about to go on, and let this be a great successful racing moment to be in the final round in the road to GT7. Are you guys ready? 3 seconds, and here we go. We are going underway to have a successful victory win for the United Defensive Reformation Service in the road to GT7 Series. Let's kick it up onto the 0 to 60 miles per hour in turn number 1. Road_Hog2 is now going faster to be in the offense to be in the first straightaway before entered onto turn number 2. Better make sure if Race House 71 kicks in to have the defense, and we have Rigid IO in the same Mazda Atenza Group 4 dives in to be entered onto the second hairpin. UTRS Insportec has to stay on focus because it's about to go struggle by having a fierce battle with multiple Mazda Atenza Group 4 versus a single Nissan GTR Group 4 in the front lines to be in the lead. Sector 1 clear, now coming in on to sector number 2. That will be giving a good successful moment out there. We'll have to keep a good pressure checked. There you go. Just gonna have to go for a little bit short attempt recovery. Drops down onto 5th place by being overtaken from Rigid IO and IRL Rasta Soja. Wine Guy TD is now going from behind in about 1.2 seconds behind the gap up ahead towards UTRS Insportec current position. Oh boy, looks like Road_Hog2 is not doing alright, folks. He's about to lose control, just gonna have to regain it, and there you go. Drop down onto 2nd from 4th place to be dropped down, and now dive down onto position number 3 at the sector to be going procedure to have some better ways to keep catching up. Road_Hog2 just barely saved itself and then goes right off the track and goes right back into the asphalt before climbing up onto the hill. And here comes UTRS Insportec to be dropped down onto the hill to be pressed on to be at the final turn. It looks like you are driving too slow, and Road_Hog2 dived in to be quickly to be proceed onto the final turn until moving on at the end of the first lap. Race House 71 in the Nissan GTR entered the fastest lap time in 2 minutes 4.781 seconds. Incredible! This is going to be quite doing much faster, just like the Renault Sport Megane Trophy, but a Nissan GTR as the third choice of the recommended vehicle for every Gran Turismo players to participate in the final round. Lap number 2 is on the way for only 10 more to go by the remaining. Now let's see how the action kicks off for Road_Hog2. Dive down on turn number 3 in the second hairpin. You are driving too slow. It still tries to keep holding on to its ropes. UTRS Insportec will have to keep pushing up onto the same efforts. Moving on to have that good position to be at turn number 4. Sector 1 cleared to go right back on to sector number 2. Braking point pressed on to turn number 5. That will be a very good successful battle to see how Mazda and Nissan are battling out each other for having a good successful spot on different positions to be on a one-on-one battle. But however, Road_Hog2 just barely tries to stay focused to catch up with the other 2 Mazda Atenzas in about 2nd and 3rd place. Just gonna have to keep trying, folks. Rigid IO and IRL Rastaruja is now going dived in to be right back onto sector number 3. But here it comes right now. Wine Guy TD dives in onto sector 3 to kick it up onto the 3rd hairpin. And we got several drivers are catching up onto UTRS Insportec current position along with Wine Guy TD, and you are driving too slow to be going right up onto the hill, and oh boy, this is not good. This is definitely not good for Road_Hog2 in the Mazda Atenza Group 4. He just almost barely lost control of the grip with his car, and losing control of the amount of the stability is definitely might have some issues. Clearly for some tuning work might be enabled, but we gotta make sure to have a good proper clean effort to race around in Alsace village for the Mazda Atenza Group 4. Coming in onto the 3rd lap for only 9 more remaining, we got one driver is now kicking up onto you are driving too slow in the Nissan GTR Group 4. Rigid IO is now dropping down onto 4th place, while Wine Guy TD is staying on the chase for having an ongoing pursuit for the Nissan GTR to be dived in onto turn number 3 at the 2nd hairpin. But look at it go, you guys. 3 Mazda Atenza Group 4s are now chasing the Nissan GT-R Group 4 is now coming right over to be at the 4th turn, to be coming right back in by having a pushing slipstream to be entered onto sector number 2. One guy TD just barely pulled the braking point to be continuing to chase to catch up onto Rigid IO. You are driving too slow, is still on the defense, folks. That one might have an all-wheel drive versus all-wheel drive, or having a good, excellent battle to be at Alsace Village to master on every corners will have to do the perfection. So that makes the update for the fastest lap time on Racehouse 71 for having a good record set. 2 minutes with a decimal time of 6:23 seconds. Incredible. The 2-minute time attack is about to go on for the final round. We'll have to get everything to kick it up a notch. We'll have to go for the time trial. Practice makes perfect. Just gonna have to face the opponents whenever you're gonna have to stay focused by doing a much better precision. After taking hairpin number 3 to go right back on top of the hill to reach up or increase the acceleration, and we have Danny AB_75 in the Renault Sport Megane Trophy catches up onto UDRS in Sportec before diving down onto the final turn. But will one guy TD is still actually trying to catch up onto Rigid IO's current position to be moving on into lap number 4. And there you have it, the updated for the fastest lap time, especially thanks to Racehouse 71. 2 minutes with a decimal time of 64 seconds. It's gonna get nearly there towards under 2 minutes, folks. Just gonna have to keep an eye out. Always keep on racing, stay clean, and dominate on Alsace Village whenever we can to be well improved for the Group 4 category. We'll have to take a lot of strategies to deal with stronger opponents. Passing through on to hairpin number 2 at the 3rd corner. Press on to be at the left turn at turn 4. One guy TD is barely losing control to get left behind until UDRS in Sportec presses on in sector 2. Pulling up the brake and dive down onto turn number 5 to be reached up onto the perfection near towards the apex. There you go. Looks like the lineup slipstream is all about doing a formation like a phalanx. Pressing on to the next turn. Just gonna keep a little bit careful, try not to go off the track, and one guy TD is having some control difficulties. There you go. But almost had the chance for UDRS in Sportec while one guy TD defends its rightful position, and here it comes towards sector 3 at the end of the 2nd sector. But don't forget, OB Slim 80 is now coming in, folks. Better make sure 2 Mazda Atensas will have to be ready for it. Hairpin number 3 successful. Now getting closer for pit place for one guy TD until UDRS in Sportec will have the opportunity, will get closer. Pushing a lot of good acceleration, will have to go through onto the throttle by dealing the road surface on the terrain. Fantastic and successful overtake for the United Defensive Reformation Service. But wait, looks like it's going to get a little bit side by side towards lap number 5, folks. One guy TD and Hyperion-Blue-GT is now going in towards turn number 1 and taking a contact to be going lightly opened. One guy TD successfully defends onto 5th place by having a good moment out there to be dealing with turn number 1 at the hairpin. Straight away towards turn 2 is going to be much fine upper hand out there for one guy TD, folks. UDRS in Sportec almost barely had the chance and kicked right back to be closer towards the main gap in hairpin number 2 at turn 3. It's going to be so incredible out there to see how faster Gran Turismo players in the B class rank is going to be getting closer on to driver rating A. But I'm still getting closer towards the end, folks. That makes a perfect event comes in to have the best opportunity. On to the last second, one guy TD just barely goes off the track by having a late braking point, while UDRS in Sportec is moving on in position number 5. Great job and doing a clean, successful overtake while the opponent is having some trouble difficulties for the handling. But what can I tell you, folks? Doing some practice by having some fine-tuning work, improve it, and go clean effort to master on every corners without any mistakes. That's how professional racing of the Group 4 category in Gran Turismo is all about just gonna have to try to do its best out there. Getting closer on to sector number 3 to be on the halfway mark to go up the hill. You are driving too slow, and the Nissan GT-R Group 4 is coming in onto 4th place to have an excellent all-wheel drive performance to master the downhill at the final turn. So luckily for UTRS InSportTech is already in onto the final corner, but luckily Denny AB_75 in the Renault Sport Megane Trophy is coming in from behind and switching up onto the right side. InSportTech is now going for the defense to hold the braking point at turn 1. There you have it. Defense successful, and InSportTech is staying defended onto position number 5 in about 4.9 seconds to catch up onto Rigid IO and the Mazda Atenza Group 4. Halfway there, folks. Lap number 6 is now entered in for only 6 more to go by the remaining. So thrilling out there to see how the race is going to be quite doing some best moments to be part of the FIA Gran Turismo Championship, including the final championship in the Road to GT7 Series. Clearly, however, I hope this race is going to be doing much different by the same until Gran Turismo 7 in about 5 days away. We'll have to get settled in on to next Friday in March 4th. So here comes the battle, folks. Denny AB_75 is ready to take on UTRS InSportTech. The battle for 5th place is going underway. Gonna keep a little bit careful. Denny AB_75 just barely slowed down to avoid losing control. It's gonna stay on track. Gonna have to push through. Sector 2 is coming in towards the end. And now moving on into sector number 3. Dive in onto hairpin number 3 is going to be on the risk. Gonna stay on track. Looks like 2 opponents are now battling out each other to catch up onto the 5th and 6th place. And here we have GT7 JS29 Nike is now entered onto 7th place to catch up onto UTRS InSportTech on top of the hill, and goes right down the hill onto the final corner. And let's see how InSportTech is still barely tried to do its best out there to keep a good pressure pace while facing the opponent until the final lap. Will have to do some progression until the 12th will have to come. And here comes lap number 7, folks. That will be doing much thrill and incredible to see how everybody is still tries to keep it up onto Denny AB_75's current position in 5th place. Turn 2 is coming in to be clear as always. Now for turn 3 at the 2nd hairpin. Time to go dive down. Keep a good steady pace by the understeer pressure. Oversteer is going much impressive by the definition of steering technique. There we go. Sector 1 cleared, checked again, and now we're heading back onto Sector 2 by the conclusion. It's so great out there for having some best moments in GT Sport, folks. We're always going to have to do one more racing moment to be part of the highlights whenever it comes in by having a good successful chance to make my way onto the top 5 position. But clearly for Denny AB_75 in the Renault Sport Megane Trophy, always choosing the best car will be suitable for today's event is going to be doing much stronger by taking on with the FR, especially for the Hyundai Genesis Group 4 and 2 all-wheel drives like the Nissan GT-R Group 4 and the Mazda Atenza Group 4 as well. But that one might be the most aggressive Group 4 car in Gran Turismo since GT6 from 2013. And now we're about to be ready to go up the hill again. Denny AB_75 is now going in to take the first one to be down the hill, to be pressed on, to be at the final turn, while UTRS InSportTech is still takes on for the patient moment to be on the standby. Gonna have to keep a little bit steady, careful. Decelerated and re-accelerated to be at the short straightaway to be entered on to lap number 8. We're almost there, folks. We can still barely got this for only 4 more to go by the remaining. And there you go. Turn number 1 clear without having a mistake to go off the track for InSportTech. now continue on to be on the chase for having a battle for 5th place. It's so great to see how Denny AB_75 and myself are still keep going at it for having an excellent one-on-one battle strategy between the all-wheel drive and a mid-engine layout to see how faster can it go to take that good progression by increase the chance of the slipstream. But clearly for having some progression, for doing some tuning work for every kinds of specific Group 4 cars is doing well capable around the track. As everything goes from Sector 1 and now we're heading right back again onto Sector 2. Gonna have to push right back in onto Denny AB_75 to have that best turn. Smoothly in onto the inside corner of the apex without having some further mistake to be off the track. Now taking a short straightaway towards the hillside right corner turn. Beautiful, much impressive, beautiful to have a lineup. We'll have to get closer onto Sector 3 again. We'll have to go dived in onto the 3rd hairpin. Here it goes. Just gonna have to slow it down and pull the brake much hard as I can. Hard right to be on the steering and keep a good well communication response to be on the range in about 0.5 seconds to be up and over. Uh-oh. Looks like Denny AB_75 almost lost its chance to be on the grip and still in one piece. Luckily for UDRS Insportec just barely made a good eyes of a witness. And here comes the final corner. That makes a good perfect spot for Insportec to be pressing on into 5th place by having a perfect comeback theory. And here comes lap number 9 for only 3 more to go by the remaining. Let's see how Denny AB_75 is still actually trying to keep going, but still got a lot of good mobility around with his Magan Trophy 2011. But the Mazda Atenza Group 4 with the UDRS Insportec is not giving up the bite since the Nations Cup to be used as a temporarily, along with the main use of the Manufacturer Series back from 2020. But of course, the Mazda Atenza Group 4 is a very good choice to have a suitable car to be labeled as a UDRS Insportec racing team along with the RX Vision GT3 concept. But I can still use it at any time, so I could probably have to switch back over to be on Chevrolet from last year's Manufacturer Series. So let's see how Race House 71 is doing okay. His Nissan GTR is doing a great job to be in the front lines to take the lead. Along with 3 drivers, IRL, Rasta Sluja, Rigid IO, and You Are Driving Too Slow is still battle out to have the different position to keep pressing forward. But it might have to get closer to be entered onto Sector 3 to have another round to go over onto the mountains. But the road surface makes the perfect count out there to have a good performance technique to practice the final turn after taking the downhill is going to be a much slightly risk. Rasha Salucha is now going in to take the final turn, and same goes to Rigid IO and You Are Driving Too Slow to do the same. Perfection and stay on the line of the apex will have to do the same. And there goes UDRS Insportec in the Mazda Atenza Group 4 along with Denny AB_75. Now comes in to take the 9th lap towards the end before moving on into lap number 10. The spectators are really happy to see UDRS Insportec entered position number 5 to get climbed up in about 29 seconds since the start of the race. Clearly, however, Will_Hog2 is doing much okay for only 18 drivers left, but clearly, if he still continues on or left the lobby to be pressed on to have another round to go over for another race entry to take the session. But let's just gonna have to give a good hearts and prayers to inspire his livery design, so make sure Will_Hog2's livery design is always makes its #1 best. And here comes for the last minute, folks. Denny AB_75 overtakes UDRS Insportec in position number 5. Let's see how Insportec can probably have to switch things up to go offense from defense. Time to go up onto the high gear. Going understeer to have the front tires to be well stable checked. Keep going. Looks like it's going to do the same. 17 drivers left standing, folks. Keep going forward. We're not finished yet. This will be the final race in the Road to GT7 Series in round 4. Is all about give it everything what we got to improvise our racing strategies before moving on in Gran Turismo 7. Now there goes Sector 3 to be entered by taking the third hairpin. Denny AB_75 is still keep pushing up to be entered onto the mountains to climb up onto its terrain. The acceleration for Insportec will have to keep doing the same, and it's about to get closer in about 0.8 seconds to be added by 0.2 seconds in the decimal. It's going to get closer and take the pressure check onto the final corner to be dived in, and significantly will be doing a patient time to be moved on in lap number 11. So far so close, but UDRS Insportec almost had the chance to deal with the Renault Sport Magant Trophy and goes right back again in turn number 1 by entered the 11th lap. One more lap to go, folks. It all comes down to this to see how the final race is all about motivation to improvise with its racing strategy to give it everything what we got. Time to press forward, dive down onto turn number 3 at the second hairpin, but the ranges of the gap is going to be counting to be increased to be on the numbers, so I hope Insportec is still tries to keep its hope out there to get closer onto driver rating A. And here comes the update for the fastest lap time, folks. Racehouse 71 in the Nissan GTR just barely took a successful, incredible lap time to be fastest. 1 minute and 59.810 seconds. He did an absolutely job well done to go faster to beat a 2-minute time in Alsace village. True to be as a Group 4 ace driver, but it was incredible to see how Racehouse 71 just barely got its best out there to take a good progression to go faster by under 2 minutes. Great job, Racehouse 71. You just barely beat a 2-minute time, and everybody is going to be proud of you for what you did. Successful makes a good practice to be on the time trial. We'll do the best challenge to be in the final race. So right now it's going to get closer out there, folks, and here we go. Let this be a final lap for Racehouse 71, along with IRL Rasta Salucha is now going in to take the same lap as well. Rigid IO is now coming in to do the same, and that makes You Are Driving Too Slow is now ready to take off for having a victory lap after taking the finish line is going to be much remarkable out there for the best drivers. But this is it, folks. This will be the final stand for having a one-on-one battle in 5th place between Denny AB_75 and Hyperion-Blue-GT of the United Defensive Reformation Service. Insportec Racing is ready to kick things off and take off for having a one excellent chase for the battle to see who will take the number 5 spot. We'll have to go over onto the finish line. It's going to get a little bit tricky out there. Denny AB_75 almost loses its grip, and Insportec will have to stay on the focused progression to get closer onto turn number 4. Sector 1 clear at the end, and here comes Sector 2 for only one more to go. We'll have to get over onto the final stretch. But this is going to be giving a good successful run out there, folks. Racehouse 71 in the Nissan GTR is going way far up ahead in 37 seconds to be in the far range of the gap. That one might have to take the final sector. This will be his final stretch, folks. That will be a very good successful victory win for the Nissan GTR in round 4 of the Road to GT7 Series. Clearly for the best recommend Group 4 car to be suitable as an all-wheel drive. Take the final turn after the downhill, and here comes the final stretch. Racehouse 71 wins the race in round 4 in the Road to GT7 Series. That's a good job out there for Racehouse 71 to take home the podium, folks. Racehouse 71 in the Nissan GTR wins the race by having a first place victory win at the podium. That was a very good, incredible race, folks. That was an incredible Group 4 race at Alsace Village. Now that's competition for Racehouse 71, and everybody is moving on to take the finish line to be perceived by having a good checkered flag well done. But don't forget, Denny AB underscore 75 is now finally got itself a best victory win for having a successful ongoing runner to be in 5th place. UTRS Insportec did its best out there to take position number 6 to be reached over onto the finish line. And there you have it, folks. That makes a successful race result complete for only 2 Mazda Atenza Group 4 and 2 Nissan GTR have finally entered onto the top 5 position. Results confirmed, and that makes a very good race complete onto the final round in the Road to GT7 Series. Very good job. 6th place, points earned to be at 109 is absolutely a great finishing end. Now it's time to get ready to collect some earnings. What a fabulous day for the final round in the Road to GT7 Series, folks. So great out there to have a nice wonderful time in Alsace Village for the Group 4 category. And that makes a very good successful victory win goes to Racehouse 71 in the Nissan GTR Group 4. And also goes to 2nd place driver to IRL Rasta Saluja in the Mazda Atenza Group 4 in the same car along with Rigid IO. Great job out there, folks. Way to keep it up and stay clean to be well achieved to make your way on to the top positions. So I hope I could probably have the congratulations to Racehouse 71, Rigid IO, and IRL Rasta Saluja for doing a successful congratulation moment. Well done, you 3. Way to keep it up and go stronger with the all-wheel drive Group 4 car who will have to make your way onto the top 3 position. So I guess the series is finally complete. That makes a very good GG moment for all of us in Gran Turismo Sport. In about 5 days left until Gran Turismo 7 arrives, this is going to be a much brilliant to have some best moments to be part of GT Sport until going beyond in GT7. So I hope everything is going to be quite doing a most wonderful time to be part of the Gran Turismo 7 Road to GT7 Series is going to be part of it because GT Sport is all about competition to be part of the FIA Championship. Now that's competition, folks. That makes a wonderful competition to be part of the final race goes in to be part of the highlights. And there you have it, you guys. The Road to GT7 Series has come to an end, and we have finally made it onto the driver rating A for the first time after spending 5 long years to be part of the daily race, including the FIA Gran Turismo Championship of the Nations Cup and Manufacturer Series, including the Toyota Gazoo Racing GT Cup back in 2021, along with Season 1 and 2 of the GR Supra Racing GT Cup as well. It takes a long road ahead of us whenever we have to keep on racing to stay clean to accomplish our goals to be as driver rating B. So this is going to be a first time ever that I'm about to be made it on to driver rating A until Gran Turismo 7 is about to be ready to set and go forward on March 4th. It's going to be set and scheduled to be on Friday. I know this is going to be a best moment for all of us in GT Sport. We'll be talking about support your favorite manufacturer car brand and represent the country in 2 parts of the championship series title is going to be doing the best role of a competition. But what else are we going to have to do for all kinds of different liveries whenever we have to be set and migrated onto Gran Turismo 7? This makes a very tough choice for all of us, including myself, to have 2 types of different liveries. One for the UDRS Insportec and for all kinds of my Total Drama fan art liveries. But you may also see all kinds of different liveries that I have been made, like Wings Club, SimCity livery designs with the number 4 title in it, and also all kinds of different variants that also might have to give a good exact replica from different kinds of vehicles like from the previous Gran Turismo games. But it's going to be quite good out there to have a perfect way to be moving forward onto GT7 because new rides and returning vehicles from the past Gran Turismo games is going to be coming in to join the party as well. So I hope I could probably have to get ready to try it out to have all kinds of 3 legendary Gran Turismo racetrack like High Speed Ring, Deep Forest Raceway, and Trial Mountain. But luckily, time and condition is going to be quite giving a good different changes out there will be suitable to be having a real-time effect. But luckily, the weather condition is going to be coming in as well. But this will have to give a good, excited journey for all of us until we're about to be ready to go from GT Sport into Gran Turismo 7. But thank you so much, you guys. GT Sport is coming a long way for having a best journey for all of us, and we're about to be ready to set out for having all kinds of new game modes will be suitable from the past, present, and the future. It is going to be moving forward until we're about to be ready to set out for having a new set of a new season, and also to be having some different features is going to be giving a brand new for all of us. Luckily, the music rally is going to be having a brand new title will be suitable for giving a driving experience while listening for having a good groove. Kinda looks a bit. Maybe I could probably have to keep things going for having some more photo op souvenirs whenever I can, because different Group 4 cars like the Michelin Pilot Sport Tire sticker may be the very best opportunity to get some more differences. We'll have to make a good comparison. But it's all about doing some different hobbies. But we always love to have some photo op hobbies whenever it comes in to have some different cars and liveries along with a tire sticker as well. That makes a very good choice to see how many Gran Turismo players are interesting to have all kinds of photo op souvenirs whenever they have to like to achieve. Just gonna have to give a different kind of creativity. It's all about inspiration. So yeah, I guess the final round in the Road to GT7 Series is finished, so I hope I could probably have to be ready to continue on until Gran Turismo 7 is about for only a short days away. This is going to be a very hard choice for all of us, you guys, including myself. So we'll have to make sure we have to look forward into the future. But I have finally made my decision. I'll make sure I'll have to keep making some more custom race videos by having a gameplay and replay along with a full walkthrough to be continued on in the GT League, especially goes on to be part of Lewis Hamilton Time Trial Challenge, because the Vision Gran Turismo Mercedes AMG is also to have a different edition. I'll make sure I have to work hard as much as I can, so this is going to be the perfect place for myself, and you guys will have to go forward onto GT7, so I have to make sure to catch up with all of you. For having a long delay until Friday, so I have to make sure to be uploaded on round 3 and 4 by having another round in a double featured. You can watch it at any time until I'm about to be ready to wrap this up at the end of the video. Thank you for watching on my video in Gran Turismo Sport, folks. I hope you enjoyed. Just go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, and click the bell for notifications on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. And don't forget to follow me on any social media platforms like Deviant Art, Instagram, GT Planet, Twitter, and more to see for my own image artwork like UDRS livery, Total Drama fan art with car liveries, and more whenever you're welcome at any time. I'll be see you guys next time on Gran Turismo Sport, and I look forward to see you around on Gran Turismo 7 for a new video and a new beginning. Keep on racing, stay clean.